A college kid freezes to death on a vertical wall of ice in the Canadian Rockies. What he saw was not darkness. It was a light that knew his true name, and a life review so complete he felt every wound he had ever given another person from inside their body. And when that light told him it was his time to stay, he chose a doorway back. What you are about to hear is a real account. It belongs to a man named Peter Panagore. In March of 1980, at 21 years old, Peter died of hypothermia while ice climbing the lower Weeping Wall, high above the Icefields Parkway in Banff National Park, Alberta. Nothing has been invented. Nothing has been added. This is his experience, drawn from his own book, Heaven is Beautiful, and from the public interviews he has given for decades, told with the respect and care it deserves.
I want to be honest with you about who I was before this happened. I was not careless. I was not untrained. I had been a Boy Scout, Explorer Scout, ski patrol, winter camping since I was a boy, rock climbing in New England, time in the Rockies, Montana, Wyoming. I knew cold. I knew wilderness. I knew that if you panic in the mountains, you die. But I had never ice climbed. Not once. Spring break, 1980. I was a college student. I was not going home. I needed an adventure big enough to justify staying out west. So I found a partner, Tim, newly certified lead climber, steadyhead. We had already spent 8 days living in snow caves, backpacking on skis near the British Columbia-Alberta border. Trouble found us out there too, and what I learned from that was simple. I could trust him. We planned to finish the trip with one ice climb. The lower Weeping Wall, Cirrus Mountain, a famous frozen waterfall. Vertical, remote, beautiful in the way beautiful things can turn on you without warning. My first mistake happened before I even left the ground. I only had one ice axe. You need two. Instead of a second axe, I had a hammer. Shorter, no proper rest, wrong geometry. I rented and borrowed what I could. Even my sleeping bag that week wasn't fully mine. On ice, that means you rest more, and more, and more. By the time we reached halfway, we already knew we were in serious trouble. The other teams finished and descended, hundreds of feet below us. Gone. We sat on the top ledge at sunset, legs dangling over the drop, and the light went out of the sky. And then the temperature fell. Not gradually, like a curtain, 30 degrees colder in what felt like a single breath. I was wearing polypropylene against my skin, netting, turtleneck, sweater, shell. I had been sweating all day. Ice chips down my neck, wet under the shell. The cold didn't arrive as discomfort. It arrived as violence. Every muscle firing on its own clock, jaw clattering, cheeks shaking. The cartoon shiver of a body that already knows it is losing. Tim the same. We did the math out loud. Because at 21 there is nowhere to hide from arithmetic like that. If we curled against the rock and tried to wait for morning, we would not last 2 hours. We did not have enough heat between us, so we began the descent in the dark. Rope, ice, harness, breath, fear humming under everything. I untangled a knotted rope with my bare hands because there was no other way. Gloves off in deep freeze, frostbite settling into every finger, into my face. Damage I would carry for the rest of my life. Still, we moved. Because the only direction left was down, hour after hour. We pressed on, knowing we would die if we didn't. My feet froze. My hands froze. I passed through stages of hypothermia I had studied on ski patrol, the textbook becoming my body. First the burn, like putting your hand in a fireplace, then the exhaustion, then the strange, dangerous peace of a system beginning to shut down. I want you to understand something. Facing your own death at 21 does not feel noble. It feels like watching a door close on a life you were still busy inventing. That morning I had been invincible. By nightfall I was a different person, and I had not even left my body yet. We were on the last rappel when the rope jammed. One end tied to my harness, the other disappeared around a corner into black. 150 feet up, clipped to the mountain so I would not fall into nothing. I yanked. Nothing. Yanked again, nothing, and then the sleep began. Not gentle sleep, a switch. Out, collapse into the harness, hit the rock, wake, stand, pull the rope, fail, out, collapse, hit, wake. I did this over and over in the dark, in 10 feet of snow beneath us, in a night so long it felt like it was inventing new hours just to finish me. I had reached a state of peace that was not hope. It was surrender without language. I knew I was not getting out. The last time I stood up, tunnel vision closed in, like a cartoon iris. Porky Pig. That's all, folks, but it was not a joke. The circle crushed inward. Everywhere I looked, black followed my eyes, my own vision eating itself. I fell, and this time I felt the fall, and I did not hit the mountain. I thought, what is going on? Why am I still conscious? Where the ice wall should have been, there was an opening of infinite darkness, and the pain was gone. Not numbed, gone. I was somehow still connected to my body, and also no longer it. Way out in that darkness, farther than the size of any universe I had a number for, a tiny star appeared. It rushed toward me faster than light, and as it came, it spoke, not in English, not in words. A block of knowing, instant, total, continuous, poured straight into me. I'm taking you. I put up everything I had left, all the willpower I had carved out of myself through that night. Survive, survive, survive. It did not matter. It plucked me out of my body like nothing, like blowing the seed head off a dandelion. Not gently, the hard way. I found myself taken into a greater darkness, infinite, eternal, and illuminated. I was a sphere of consciousness, a self-contained unit of awareness floating in a void, and completely, inexplicably, at peace. No body, no biology, no time, no future, no past, an eternal now. I knew I was myself, and I also knew, for the first time without arguing, that Peter had only ever been the room I lived in, not who I was. I will not pretend I have adequate words for this. Nothing I can say from here on is more than metaphor pressed against something too large for language. In that space, a portal appeared, a doorway of light. Later, I would describe it as a waterfall. 10 zillion colors that were somehow all white and all color at once. Pearlescent, like fish scales flashing, surface and depth and transparency at the same time. It pulled me. I reached for it with my being. I had no hands. And when I touched it, it infilled me with capital L life. Not Earth, not galaxy. The energy that pervades everything that is. And then I heard my name called. Not Peter. The name of the origin of my created being. And in that calling, a knowing arrived that ended every debate inside me. I am creator. You are creature. I was utterly known. No hiding places. None. And then I went through hell. Not a dungeon someone else built for me. The hell of my own making. I suffered every pain I had given away in my life as Peter. From birth to 21. Every incident, every person. I was not watching it like a movie. I was inside them as they received it. And inside myself as I gave it. Anger, tears, confusion. Why are you doing this? The reasons I had felt so big. In that light, they looked microscopic next to the wound. I judged myself guilty, ashamed. And the light, the love firing through me, did not thrash me. It spoke only this. I see you. I know you. I have always known you. I live inside every human being. I love you as you are. I created you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. As I listened with the ear of my heart, I saw all of humanity, what some call sin, what some call brokenness, compared to infinite purity. We all carried the same bruised measure, coded into a universe where black holes swallow star systems and everything eats something. The communication was not, you are exceptional in your failure. It was, I know you caused suffering, and I love you as you are. When I turned toward that love, the suffering evaporated. I expanded. Beauty, joy, Adoration, understanding, peace, bliss, paradise, and still more light pouring in, until I felt that one more drop might fold me back into the divine completely. I saw the length of my soul, lives like thin strips of glue in a butcher block table, almost nothing next to the wood of what I actually am. I glimpsed one life that was human and one that was not, somewhere I had no frame of reference for. I asked, "Am I dead?" "Yes, I can't die now." "Why?" "Because my parents are already suffering." When I was 14, my sister ran away. It broke my mother, my father, the whole house. It was like a death with no funeral and no permission to grieve. I could not take another child from them. In that instant, I was moved, if moved is even the word, to a place like the edge where energy becomes matter. I saw the whole universe at once, all of it, then our galaxy, then Earth. Not a cartoon hologram, real lives, wars, births, floods, all of it happening, and covering everything, a foam, a veil, that people move through as if it were not there. Inside every single human being, the same golden photonic light I was, the same belovedness. The voice said, "In the way that I love you now, I have always loved you. No one is lost, everyone is loved." I saw my parents' faces, two futures, one without me, greater brokenness, one with me, less suffering, but not no suffering. And at the end of both lines, my parents whole, well, home, in the same love I was standing in. So I asked the only question left in me. Because of this love, do I have to stay? Can I go back and help them? "It's your time," the voice said. I argued with heaven like a 21-year-old actor with a theater tour coming and a promise not to get hurt on this trip. I said I hadn't gone all the way into God again yet. The voice said no. "Do I have to?" "No." "Then I choose to live my life." And the voice said something I have carried every single day since. "You won't live your life." And it shot me out. A million doorways opened into my life. In the center, one vast doorway of full white light. Preferred, beautiful, attractive beyond argument. I wanted some of myself back, some autonomy, so I chose a door off to the side, close to the light, not the full surrender of it. And then I was crushed smaller and smaller, denser and denser, until something was screwing me like an ice screw into my own chest. Pain, full, immediate, without story. I had no idea where I was. Then systems rebooted, hearing, motion, thought in fragments. I opened my eyes. Tim was over me, grabbing, shaking, screaming, crying. "You're alive! You were dead! You were dead! I was going to die here!" A whole night of holding it together came out of him in one ragged collapse. He got me standing. I barely understood language as human language. The rope, the same rope that wouldn't free, pulled free on the first pull. We descended. The car was close, across the Icefields Parkway. Tent, stoves, chimney vent, warm water by degrees. Core heat restored the way hypothermia training says you restore it. Sometime after dawn, a warden came, checking whether he needed to recover bodies. We were still here. I need to tell you the truth about coming back. Where I had been felt like reality with a capital R. This world felt fake, lowercase, a flickering cartoon. I stuttered, hard, for a long time. There was a speeding ticket in a tiny town. Jail bars until the fine was paid in cash. Americans, the officer said, skip out. Then a near miss with a semi on the drive that left me with a cut on my hand and the taste of a second almost death inside 24 hours. The mountain did not finish me. Life kept testing whether I meant that choice. I left on the National Theater tour as promised, a show in sign language, which meant I did not have to speak the stutter out loud. I rode thousands of miles in the back of a truck with a sleeping bag and my meditation, because the exterior world was too loud and too thin. I told almost no one what had happened. For about 20 years. Because how do you say, I am not from here. And keep a career, a relationship, a place in ordinary rooms? I did crusade myself deeper into silence, centering prayer, meditation, later hatha and kriya, anything that let more of that light back in without requiring an audience. Religion, as I had known it, fell away. I no longer believed. I no longer doubted. I no longer had faith. I knew that I am known by the knower. Eventually, I earned a Master of Divinity at Yale. I pastored. I worked with the dying. I told people who were afraid of judgment the only thing I knew for certain from that wall of ice. God already knows, and love is not waiting for you to become cleaner first. In 2015, a congenital heart defect, a widowmaker blockage that had taken people in my family, stopped me again. In the ambulance, the same presence returned. It's your time. I looked at my son's eyes, my daughter, a granddaughter not yet a year old, and I turned around. I'm staying. Is that okay? I came back a second time, different, freer, more myself. But this film, this telling, is about the night on the weeping wall. The night a rope stuck, a body failed, and a young man found out he was not the body at all. People ask me what I brought back. One word: love. Not the greeting card kind. The kind that is built into dogs and strangers and the person who hurt you and the person you hurt. The more you give it away, the more you get to keep. When I walk in a city now, I can feel what I feel in the woods. The same presence moving through people the way it moves through stone and water and birds. We are not the characters we are playing. We are the actors who forgot the set is a set. And death, as I met it, is not the end of the play. It is the moment the costume comes off. I still live with frost damage, eccentricities, a non-attachment to time that confuses people who love me, a loneliness only other people who have died seem to fully recognize. I also live with this. No one is lost. Everyone is beloved in the same way. And the temple you are looking for is not only on a mountain in Alberta. It is in the middle of your chest, waiting for you to get quiet enough to notice. Peter Panagore survived the lower weeping wall. He wrote, "Heaven is beautiful. How dying taught me that death is just the beginning." He has spent decades helping people integrate spiritually transformative experiences, not as spectacle, as medicine. If something in what you just heard felt true, not intellectually argued, not proven, just true in some place below your thinking, pay attention to that. That is often how the real things arrive. If this account mattered to you, stay with us. There are more true near-death stories here, told carefully, without invention, with the respect they deserve. And if someone you love is afraid of dying, you already know what you can tell them. Death is not the dark they think it is. Sometimes it is a light that knows your name and still gives you a choice.
In March 1980, 21-year-old Peter Panagore froze to death through the ice climbing the lower weeping wall in Banff National Park. This is his true near-death experience, the illuminated darkness, the life review, the forgiveness, and the doorway he chose back to Earth. Nothing invented, nothing added. Drawn from Peter's public account and his book, Heaven is Beautiful. If this story stirred something in you, you're in the right place. Near-Death Narratives tells real NDE accounts with care. For anyone who has ever wondered what happens when we die and come back. Subscribe for more true near-death stories. Which moment stayed with you? The life review or the choice to return? Tell us below.